What's going on, guys, girls? Rob here, and I am um, broadcasting live here in Virginia. Hazy, hazy day, the hazy days of summer, and actually received a message a little earlier about possibly um, meeting one of our friends from chat. And now I got to see if I can possibly get back in touch with him, John Wise. If John comes on here, I can kind of notify him, let him know uh, what what we can get going on. Um, got some new gadgets. Trying out um, this little hookup here. See if I can show it to you. Um, my laptop didn't have enough uh, uh, hookups, so my wife got one that has four. One is already in here that keeps my mouse where I can control it. Now I have one for my headset, and then one for the camera. So that's the gadgets I'm kind of testing out today. See if it work. I don't know the situation that well. I am not a professional with this, and so I don't even profess to know what I'm talking about here. I am flipping switches, flipping buttons. You guys let me know, especially if I have somebody in chat. They can let me know, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that. Um, if I turn, it even says volumes this way, that way. Sound is good, says Phantomatic. No sound. How about now? I'm switching things up. No sound. I think maybe we got some sound again now. I think we're back. That's better. Sound is back. All right. Got this little thing right here. Um, Obviously, if we go live on StreamYard, then it all, you know, then that's when I got to be able to have the volume close by and stuff like that. Not so much right now. John Wise, like I say, he's trying to get in touch with me. He tried to earlier today. He's here in Virginia now. Took him 4 days, not quite 3,000 miles. So he's traveling pretty good, about 2,700, I think he said, 2,600, 28, maybe something like that. And so he's here in Virginia. I think he's looking for a place, rent. I don't know exactly what he's got going on. And he's roughly 2 hours away. And a lot of times on Saturday, me and my wife would go up in that area anyway. So we may actually do that. Maybe move the mic a little bit away from your mouth. All right. How about that? How about that? I can go this way. I can go this way with it too. I think that's the way I used to do it when I was um, working radio. I think I used to kind of carry it. They used to say voice is almost like heat and would carry it up. But I can actually, you know, I have it. I have it where I can do it that way too. So all you got to do is say lower or higher, and I can probably get by with it. Let's try it this way right now. Need more volume. Okay. All right. It says lower. Let's go like that with it. How about that? I might be able to control some volume on here too. Better, 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 better. I was cutting it off. That is not what I wanted to do. How about that? Let's do like this. Turn the volume. I think I got the volume pretty well turned up now. See if that works better. Um, been testing out some of the golfers that I'm going to have selection with 2020 golfers for my Ryder Cup. And so I'm testing out different Americans, seeing who I want to play. We are not going to do it till December, but I'm testing them out anyway on different courses. 5 courses offered on InsideSportsGames.com, but um, the one that Allen put out, you cannot tell any difference between that and any of the others Chris put out. So you can't. You just can't tell any difference at all in it. So it's incredible to me. It really is. You look like Coach Rob. Never coached football in my life, believe it or not. I never played football much. Um, Played a little bit growing up, but was never, I wasn't big enough. Played a little baseball. That's what I like playing, baseball. And then later on, after I got out of high school, then started the hockey situation and played more and more of that as I got a little older. But been thinking about maybe coaching baseball, this little league baseball this year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about it. But might do it. Uh, Try to get in touch with Alan today. Alan was his 6:15 over there right now. Don't forget, final round of the Olympics. Final round of the Olympic golf. Olympic golf leaderboard. Do you know many basketball plays or hockey plays like chalkboard stuff? Oh yeah, hockey stuff. Yeah, hockey stuff. Yeah. Xander Schauffele is 1 shot out in front of Matsuyama, which that would be outstanding for Japan to win that if they could do it. Um, I like Schauffele's chances. Basketball plays maybe not quite as much, uh, um, but I've watched a lot of basketball over the years. Yeah, and then baseball. Anytime I'm coaching kids, um, I always like to get in the pitcher's head that I've got pitching for me. Let them know it's a thinking man's game. You got 2 strikes on somebody. Say no balls, 2 strikes. Next 2 pitches are not going to be strikes by you. If they want to swing at them, that's up to them. But the next 2 pitches, I do not want it. I do not want the umpire calling a strike on it. Not in Little League. They chase too many. So I always tell them, I don't care if you're that far off the plate, high, whatever. If they want to chase it like a ladder, let them do it. But I want the next 2 pitches. You take your time. You can throw them up there like cupcakes. And if somebody wants to tap it, whatever, it's not going far because it's not going to be a strike. You're not going to be able to put so much of the bat on it. And yeah, I stress that to any team that I coach. I do not want to see strike. I do not want to see the umpire calling strike 3 on the next pitch. If he swings, that's fine. But 0-2, 0-2, and 1-2, nah. And I think it gets. I think it's stuff kids learn. If you do it with them enough, then they realize, hey, coach, um, do you care if I'm? And I always do like this: ladder, climb a ladder, throw it over the plate. Yeah, I don't care if it's chin high over the plate. If they hit it, if they hit a home run with it, more power to them. But chances are they're going to pop it up or either strike out, one of the 2. So I'm willing to take my chances there, or throw one in the dirt depending on runners and stuff like that too. Um, Hockey plays. Oh yeah. We um, used to have rub plays. We used to call them that. Um, pretty much professional pick plays. Um, what's up, Philip? But that's against the rules in hockey. You can't pick. You can't, like you do like this and let somebody go around you with a basketball, a pick play. That's against the rules in hockey. You can't stand there. It's interference. But if you're moving and kind of act like you're just kind of out there, a lot of times you get by with it, and you can still be moving and kind of rub them off the play or whatever. But you got to be real careful about that because you can get called on the penalty. What are your favorite wrestling moves? You should save that for the wrestling fan. Favorite wrestling moves. Do you guys ever remember Donkey Clown? Stump puller? Stump puller. That hurts. We used to test that on my little brother years ago. And the neighbors' kids, they'd come over to the house and we'd wrestle. We'd always try to stump puller on them. That hurts. That hurts. If you don't know what the stump puller is, if you know what it is, you're laughing with me. But if you don't, I can describe it to you. Man, it's like a pump pull. It hurts like hell. I've had it done to me, and I've done it to people before. It hurts. It's no fun. Um, thinking back on it now, you laugh about it, but shit, 35 years ago, we didn't laugh when it happened to us. 40 years, I guess it'd be 40 years ago now. Do you guys know what the stump puller is? What is it? Okay. All right. It's just like if somebody was sitting on the ground, both of their legs are straight in front of them, right? And they're sitting up. You get on their shoulders and sit on their neck behind them. Then you grab one of the legs and pull it. Pull it back toward their face. Stump puller. That hurts like hell. Yeah, you grab down and reach their leg. And like I say, you're sitting on their neck. So their neck is going like this, and all your body is on their back and on their neck. And they're already going like that, and then you're pulling their leg. You grab her leg and pull. Just one of them, not both of them. Just one of them. It hurts like hell. Oh, there goes the hamstring. Yeah, it hurts like hell. It hurts like hell. Let's see. What other move do I like? Uh, Indian Deathlock. We used to do that too. It's kind of like a figure four, but it don't take but one leg of yours. Is all you have to do. Yeah, you can wrap another person's both of their legs around yours, and your leg you're able to stand up. And then if you fall back with your foot and lift it, kind of get pressure back on their leg. Hurts like hell. Indian Deathlock, and you can go to wrestling moves or whatever, and they actually show you how to do this stuff. And I always like watching it. I always like watching it. The guys jump off of houses and stuff, outbuildings, into that backyard shit. That's always been fun to watch. Watch them jump on a table, jump on somebody, I don't know, 20, 30 feet high. That's always been fun. Oh, me. Keep an eye on my phone today. I do want to do that. What do you guys got going on today, Phantomatic, Keith, and Philip? What is going on in the world? Greg Norman building a golf course that looks like a shark. It's true. He's got a shark-shaped golf course. And The property must be worth a lot of money. Oh, it's in Myrtle Beach. How about favorite moments in a pro wrestling match? Um, wow. Um, let's see. Favorite moments in a pro wrestling match. Um, um, I liked it back years ago when Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper were fighting each other in dog collar match, Starcade #1. Hey, what's up, Spades? What's going on, bud? What's going on? And they had the dog collar match, and we were there at Starcade #1, and blood was everywhere. And we weren't that old. I mean, I was 18, 19 at most, something like that. And just had graduated high school, I think, when it happened. It was like, hell, I can't even remember. Fall of the year, I think it was fall of the year '85, something like that. Yeah. And that dog collar match, that was fun to watch. And then to find out later on that um, Roddy Piper actually was having, excuse me, he was actually having surgery on his ear. It had it ripped or torn some kind of way, and then Valentine just used that, in the playing of that, and then it looked like he lost his ear or whatever. But he was having surgery because he'd fallen off a ladder, something like that, prior to that, and hurt himself real bad. Coming to the game night, I doubt it. I doubt it, sir. I don't think so. Probably not. I doubt I'll come. You going? Uh, I could go if I wanted to. We got some stuff going on there. But Spades, yeah, he plays on the Little League team. He actually posed for the shirt, for the jersey when I before I was able. Yeah, he is. Okay. He's going. Um, I actually supposed to try to meet somebody if I can, but I don't know if that's going to fall through. If it's not, I don't know what's going to happen. Uh, this was the other night at the ball game when we were there. Me and Pops and Darla. She was one seat down to give Pops enough room to put his drink and stuff under the cover, and that was where I had a nail in my tire. That wasn't cool. That was last weekend. That was last weekend. That was last weekend. And this was the other weekend when I had chance to roll for $10,000. That was another night at the game. It's gonna be busy up there tonight, though. I know it will be. It'll be crowded. And let's see. Here he is. There's a young man right there. There's our jerseys. Right there, number 7. What was the reason you asked me for a number? Oh, that was that. I was actually I was I think I was in Atlantic City at the time. Um, all right, so that's the same video. Okay, it's playing it over. But that's the thing. I was asking you. I was either going to take the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, or the fifth one. And I was the game I was playing at the time. Let's see. So $166 on that one, Keith. And I was unable to show it to you live because I can't go on YouTube live from there. I wish I could, but I taped it, so I wanted to let you know. Yeah, so I won $66 on that number 4 that you picked for me. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I got in touch with 2 or 3 people, and you were one of the first ones who got in touch with me. So I said, "All right, Keith, I'm gonna do it." G Puck got in touch with me too later on that night. Said number 4. I think I won like 95 maybe on that wild on that one as well. But yeah, it's always a lot of fun to do that. Um, and so Crispin's going to the game tonight. He's number 7. He's number 7 on the team. Plays second base. Good little catcher, man. He's a good catcher. He's only 10 years old and 12 and under team. And his dad Rick is the coach, head coach on the team. He and I have known each other for more than 40 years. I don't think we've known each other 50 years. Nah. about 40 something years we've known each other. So, yeah. So we went out and played golf together the other day. I don't know why the picture like that. 40 some years? There's no way we knew each other 50 years ago. No, no. I'm 54. I didn't know you before I started school. Nope, didn't happen. It was later than that. I don't know what grade we knew each other, but it was only in school there. We had been in school a few years before I knew him. Um, but we don't live that far from each other. We don't live far at all from each other. And uh, went and played golf the other day together. And man, he drained a 20-footer. And when I say he drained it, I mean I couldn't get the flag out of the hole quick enough. He just ran back and hit it. Took all the break out of it completely. If it would have went by the cup, it would have went by 15 feet, 20 feet by. No, straight in the hole, 20-footer. And Crispin, um, the 10-year-old, he made about a 15-footer too. Uh, their their chipping game wasn't there, but their putting, they were making their putts, so they were doing pretty well there. And yeah, he's coming right along. He just started. The young man just started golf classes, taking up um, with a teacher and everything. So he's coming right along. So he wants to play baseball and wants to play golf. Um, I I think that's an excellent way to go. You guys know I've told you 100 times on this channel. If you got a daughter, when she's 2 years old, you stick a golf club in her hand because that's the easiest way if you want a um, young lady to make it on scholarship. It's the way to go. Now, let me also let me also preface this. They're removing a lot of women's sports from colleges. It may be where you end up having to beat the guys. You may have to beat the boys for it's over with. How much are lessons at the Charles Barkley School of Golf? uh, Keith, we don't know. Uh, Everybody on the channel likes to pick on me saying I know Charles real well, Charles Barkley. The wife met Charles once. I've never met him. Uh, I can say this much. Whoever has spent the last 18 months with Charles, he's coming right along. Um, I would love to play him one time. I would love to do it. I would do it. It would be fun. Be a lot of fun. He's coming right along. He can hit a ball now. He can hit a ball. Yeah, but 5 years ago it wouldn't have been even any fun to play him. Now it would be. And you guys know he's one of my top 5 athletes out there as far as attitude, charisma. Charles is it. Charles is a man. Uh, Probably top basketball player out there as far as if I'd want to meet somebody, uh, hang around with them, drink a beer with them, whatever. Charles Barkley would be one of the people right there. Um, Somebody else, let's see. How about your favorite moments in a pro wrestling match? Go back to that. Wow. Um, Man, I tell you, it's been so many. Did the Lakers just get someone? Yeah, the Lakers just got Russell Westbrook. Yeah, yap. Russell Westbrook. He's torn up more teams. Yeah, he's torn up. What they say? He's torn up more teams than Wilt Chamberlain did marriages. Dude, yeah, he's not. He's not a team player. As much as people want to make him out to be, he wants things his way or no way, and I would be no way or the highway way I would be with him. He's not one of my favorite players. Westbrook, not at all. He belongs on the Lakers. That's where he needs to be. Um, um, Still trying to think about some of my favorite moments in a pro wrestling match. I liked it when Jimmy Valiant got his hair cut. That was funny. That was funny. That was pretty cool. I've met Jimmy more times than one. Always a real polite guy. Always like Johnny Weaver too. Johnny, I met him. It's been about 15 years ago, 14 years ago, something like that. Uh, he would go down to the Burlington Sports Complex. Sports complex. It was like a TV studio. Maybe 75 people could fit in there, and I think they charged what $5-10 a piece to go there. Nice, nicely, real dark. So they had lights right above the ring and all. And we'd meet Johnny down there a lot of times. He was down there real nice. Paul Jones, another real nice guy. He passed away a few years ago as well. Um, wow. Um, Don Kernodle used to meet him all the time. Anytime we'd go to wrestling matches, we'd see him all the time. He passed away not too long ago either. And he lived down there in Burlington, North Carolina. He actually became a police officer, and really nice guy. A guy I never did meet, Gene Anderson. Uh, he was one of the Anderson brothers, Ole and Gene. He was one shake his head like that. He had a nervous condition. He became a police officer down in the Charlotte area. Would have loved to have met him. I've met Ric Flair numerous amount of times. Um, but there are some older wrestlers. Greg Valentine, I never met him. I don't think. If I did, I was young, little. But there are some wrestlers I would like to have met. Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. I'll watch it once in a while. I might would like to meet Jay and Mark Briscoe. They from up in Sandy Hook, Delaware. They wrestle for Ring of Honor. They're pretty fun to watch. Uh, um, Jamar Shipman, Jay Lethal. He would be fun. He would be fun. I'd love to interview him. I think he'd be one cool cat to talk to. But yeah, that's what I focus mainly on is Ring of Honor. I don't watch. I like some of the new NWA stuff with Nick Aldis and stuff. That's okay. I don't watch WWE. I don't watch AEW. I thought that was going to be good. It ended up being trash. Um, AEW, WWE, Impact, any of that. I don't watch any of that. I like Ring of Honor better, and NWA. You can catch that a lot of times here on NWA Power. If you put that in right here on YouTube, you can catch it a lot of times, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, the Lakers ended up getting Russell Westbrook. Um, the I watched MLB Network last night. Okay, Fran Charles. I don't know if anybody remembers Fran Charles from years back. He used to work with that idiot on CNN. Um, I can't think of his name, but they used to do like sports, you know, and now sports on CNN. Fran Charles, and I forgot the other guy's name. And I want to say the other guy may have went to having like a sports talk show or something. It might have even been the idiot um, Jim Rome. That might be who it is. I don't like Jim Rome either. But Fran Charles yesterday came out and on the golf, not on the Golf Channel, MLB Network rather, and actually said this. This is what he said. Now, okay, He says, I think today, see, how'd he put it? I think today the Giants won it in the best trade of the day. And those two guys looking at him, Plesac and whoever the hell else was, looked at him like he was crazy. The Giants did not have the best trade. I mean, they didn't do the best on trade day. They didn't. Who in the hell is coming up with this garbage? Give me a break. The Giants, they got Chris Bryant. The Mets got themselves Rich Hill, another starting pitcher, a relief pitcher, and Javi Baez. A little better. The White Sox got Craig Kimbrell. And now they've got themselves two closers. The Braves got a whole new outfield. They got themselves a whole new outfield. Solar and Duvall, and I forgot the other kid's name. But they got themselves a whole new outfield. The Phillies got a starting pitcher and a relief pitcher. And then let's go to the one, I think the two that won by far. The Yankees got two left-handed bats that make them potentially the best hitting lineup in baseball. Now, potential is a lot of potential. What they say? Potential is 9 letters, but still a long ways from being good. But potential is there. Their 1 through 5 is better than anybody's in baseball. Dodgers can't match them. Red Sox can't match them. Braves can't match them. Giants can't match them. Padres can't match them. Blue Jays can't match them. White Sox can't match them. The top 5 for the Yankees, in any order, if they want to bat them, LeMahieu, Giancarlo Stanton, Joey Gallo, Aaron Judge, and Anthony Rizzo. Unfulfilled potential gets a manager fired. Exactly. And I'm still surprised Boone is still there. I really thought Boone was going to get fired at the All-Star break. I told you back then, I thought he's gone. And now, 7.5 games back, who knows? They're going to have to make a big stride, though. They can't go they can't split series. They can't win 2 out of 3. They can't win, 2 out of 4 on the road. They're going to have to win 3 out of 4 on the road. I'm talking about the Yankees. If they're going to catch both the Rays and the Red Sox. Rays only a half game back. Red Sox up at a half game. Rob got a new job at a calls company. What's up, Huss? How much success can you have with their pitching, though? The Yankees, well, if they have this, you tell me, how many runs a game should this Yankees team be scoring? 5 is a low end. They should be scoring 5 runs in their sleep. And they're not doing it. Judge is not hitting the ball. I don't understand why they didn't get rid of some of the other guys. The shortstop, they've been rumored to been trading him and getting Trevor Story. Never happened. They've still got some wasteful players on the team. Nice homer from Rizzo. ShamWow guy. I'm the ShamWow guy. That dude's a whack job, the ShamWow guy. But I do think the Yankees are the team to beat in the American League now. I do. I like their roster better than anybody's. Red Sox go out and get them themselves one starter and a reliever. One starter and a reliever. But we'll see what they do. How do you think the Cubs will now do after Rizzo left? What were they doing before he was there? What was their record with Rizzo? What was their record with Rizzo? Way below 500. With Bryant, with Kimbrel, with Baez. That's why I say you can't give a Cubs such a bad grade on trade deadline. Them with the Nationals, neither one were going anywhere. They were both playing like crap. What other thing can a GM do? I mean, you don't go out there and try to get Scherzer and try to get Rich Hill and while we at it, let's get that backup, another relief pitcher. You already got the lineup to do it with. Cubs only have Hendricks, Arrieta, Hayward, and Contreras from the World Series team. And they and Arrieta's, he's not been there the whole time. He was with Philadelphia and just got back here this year. Huss, I didn't say that about Ohtani. Yeah. But I'm trying to figure out whether everybody is against, whether everybody he's saying Stephen A. Smith said Ohtani couldn't represent the MLB because he can't speak English. And he got in some deep doo-doo about that shit. He got, but those four Cubs, look at their GM. Their GM was the guy that was with Boston. Actually, he's team president now. They've got a new GM since then. What would you have done if you were the Cubs? They're in fourth place in a mediocre division. A third place or something like that. They're way back. I'd have done the same thing. I would have unloaded players and been like, okay, next year, if you're a free agent, come back to us. We may talk to you again. But right now, we're going to try to get every bit of value out of you we can. That's why I don't understand. This was the Cubs playing all year. Well, if they weren't playing well, they had already said no ahead of time. They said back in May. Who you support, Rob? I forgot. I like the dot. Well, right here I support the Cubs. What they're doing. They said back in May though they would go out and go try to find some players, but they never played as a team the whole year. They played like crap. When you're 8, 9, 10 games back, you don't even leave it up. I mean, you don't even leave a question in the GM's mind whether to fire sale or buy. And the fire sale was there ready, like you say. They were ready to have a fire sale. Well, yeah, they don't want Bryant back. They don't want Bryant back. And the thing is, I think Baez is going to end up getting a long-term deal with the Mets. That's probably what's going to happen. Rizzo is a great chance he could go back to the Cubs. I'm with you. But I think Baez will stay put in New York. Scherzer, there's an excellent chance for him to go back to Washington if he wants to do it. Baez, he's tight with a couple of the guys on that team. And he'll like New York, I think. Thoughts on Texas, Oklahoma going to the SEC? Well, it opens up a can of worms for the ESPN now. ESPN has Big 12 rights through 2025. Texas Christian, Texas Tech, some other teams. And they want to rid themselves of this contract. These teams are not backing out. These teams are not saying, okay, ESPN, you're fine. You don't owe us nothing. No. They're not going to do that way. They're not going to be that way with them. They're going to say, look, ESPN, you owed the Big 12, let's say $400 million over 4 years, maybe $500 million. Well, let's say $400 million. Now we can split the pie in smaller pieces because Texas has signed off by Oklahoma has signed off by. I think what's going to happen. Tatis injured his shoulder again last night. Yeah, had not heard about that. This is what I think will happen with the Big 12. And I think some teams are going to get rich. But at what cost? It may end up costing them 1 or 2 years of even having a football and baseball team. I don't think you can afford to do that. Let's say you got a kid right now. Let's say you got a kid right now at TCU. He's a freshman, right? He's a freshman. And the head guy over sports administration says, look, we're going to call ESPN's bluff here. We're going to stay put in the Big 12. We want their money. And then you're a kid playing baseball. You're a first baseman. Let's say you're a freshman to be. And you don't went to school. You're going to school there. Well, look, guys, we may not be able to play this year or next year. Those kids are going to want out. So you can't play chicken with ESPN, but so much, just a little bit. But what would be in their interest is to find teams that can go to other conferences, aka West Virginia. Perfect conference for them would be the ACC. Kansas, what better conference for them than the ACC? Basketball conference, Carolina, Duke, University of Virginia, Florida State, Boston College, Louisville, and now pull in Kansas. That would be the basketball mecca. You couldn't beat it. Then, if you're a TCU, you go to somewhere like Baylor. Look, Baylor. Why don't you go to the Big 12 conference? I mean, to Pac-12, because I understand the Big 10 is trying to pull some of they're trying to get UCLA, USC, Stanford, Cal. They want to pull all the California teams into the Big 10 with Michigan, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Penn State, Ohio State. They want to make it that major big conference. They'll still call it the Big 10, I guess. But they want to pull those California teams out. They want to rip Pac-12 hard out, pretty much. I mean, Arizona State, that's all well and good. Oregon State, all well and good. Washington State. Colorado. I mean, a lot of things I think really go along with what BYU wants to do. Would BYU be willing to get back in and go hop into a conference such as the Big 12? And if they were, would you be willing to pay them not only one program's worth, maybe double pay, just to get in and be like, okay, we need a stout number one, and we'll call you number one, BYU. You can be our head representatives. That's what we need. And if they do it, then you got to realize they're going to be the dog on the block that wants the most money every time, and they're going to have the most selling points. Now, once you sell to some of these teams, if you can get a Colorado to come back, if you can get Colorado State to come, right? If you can get Iowa to leave the Big 10, which they're not going to do it, but if you can do it, get them in that Big 12. Do it. Get that middle America going again with you. Nebraska. Get them away from the Pac-12. You can have yourself a conference again. And if they can eventually get some football going again, Colorado and Nebraska both have sucked the last few years. They really have. They'd be getting Nebraska back from the Big Ten. That's right. They're not in the Pac-12, but Colorado's in the Pac-12. It's all a matter of what teams you can get and how much money you're willing to spend. And then how much money do we have to split amongst our teams? And if you're still considered a Power 5 conference, then you're assured of one bowl game in the top 4. Have you been keeping up with the Olympics, Rob? I have a little bit. I watched a little bit of badminton. That is some bad stuff. Yeah. Badminton. That is bad. Golf, I've watched a little bit of that. I hadn't watched any of the track and field events. I don't even know if they've got that going yet. Swimming, I could care less about. I was going to watch Simone Biles and see if she was going to try to break all sorts of records. I wish I would have watched it now due to the fact that a young lady from the U.S. still won it, but her name wasn't Simone Biles. USA Baseball, I saw them this morning. They beat South Korea 4-1. So, yeah. I noticed, I saw on there Todd Frazier playing. And I was like, damn, Todd Frazier's playing. And it is. It's a guy that played with the Mets. Todd Frazier played with the Reds. He's on the USA Baseball team, but it's majority college kids. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's what we need to go back to. The baseball finals, 100% going to be USA versus Japan. Could be. Could be. I saw the women playing the other day, and they got beat. Soccer, I've not seen it. I'm not rooting against the soccer team. I want people to know that. I'm not rooting against them. I just can't stand out here and root for a team that's going to kneel against the flag. So I'm not going to say I'm rooting for them to win, but I'm not rooting against them. I'm not cheering against them, okay? So we won't do that much. But looking for my man John. John, if you're out there, email me, okay? Send me a message. And if I come up that way this evening, maybe we can meet and maybe we can do a little small video right here on my phone or whatever before I get back home. Huss, Keith White, everyone here, have a great, great day. Spades, have a good one. We'll see what's going on later this evening. I don't know what I've got planned right now. It looks like it wants to rain too. That would put a big old horseshoe in the mix, as they say. But not a horseshoe, but put a monkey wrench in the mix. Till I'll see you again, y'all have a great, great rest of your evening. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. We'll try to get some golf on the channel with Alan White. Alan White. With Alan Shaw very, very soon. God bless. And I definitely I got to lay off the water. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.